I like the approach and the angle that you did this tapas book. After you inspired, you're there in Spain, you're there in the Basque region, you're sort of all over tasting all those beautiful dishes. You call it little paintings. I like that. Are you part of the whole process of cooking, photography, everything? Just take us through that process.
It starts with the inspiration, and I've been lucky enough to travel with my husband Reg, and we had the most amazing time in Spain. And I love food, so I was a little nervous going to San Sebastian, which is really the home of cuisine as far as I'm concerned. But we both had the most amazing time. When you go to San Sebastian at the bar, the counters are just laden with food, and it's just such a extravaganza. But I was blown away by these huge mounds of food, and everybody just tucked in and had fun. Pink sauce bars ostensibly started where you had to stand, and that's why, because you could only stand, that's why you used to get little plates of food, because you could put it on top of your glass, and that's actually the sort of one of the stories of the origins of tapas and pink sauce. I then came home and said, gosh, this is such a beautiful way of eating. And I approached Penguin Random House, who are my publishers, and they just thought it was a marvelous idea. I said, I'll take what I've experienced, but I will still make it a South African tapas. So I came home and I sort of interpreted what I had experienced into more local ingredients. Every recipe is tested in my kitchen. I come up with the ideas. I think it's very authentic, and I think that's what's also important to take out of the All Sorts series.
I find that sometimes a handful of ingredients or sort of flavor combinations always sort of stays with you. You just sort of add a few things later on and change it maybe around. Do you have anything like that?
I do indeed. The Mediterranean way of eating, I think, is the most balanced way. It's the healthiest way. So, the tendency will always be to put some olive oil in a pan, put some garlic, put some onion in, and then decide on what I'm going to cook. So that's kind of like our basis, and then I work from there.
On to the health aspect of food. How do you see that in food? Is it just using good ingredients, having a balanced meal? How do you see it?
Ruben, I think it's actually all of that. If you look at the Mediterranean diet, it's everything in moderation. So they don't eat a lot of red meat, so the red meat is on high days and holidays, and there's a lot more chicken, but then it's a lot of legumes, a lot of nuts, and that's how the diet is substituted. So I think fundamentally in moderation. I purposefully did keep quite a few recipes with bread in it, because that is very traditionally pink sauce. So when you go to San Sebastian, that is what you will see. They are not scared of bread. But then you'll also see that I use whole wheat wraps, and I've put some little goodies into that, so it's nice and easy. I've even taken spaghetti bolognese and made little sort of spaghetti nests. So just trying to find different ways of presenting food, because tapas is not really snacks. Tapas is all about little dishes, little meals.
That's what I love about tapas. You can highlight the beauty of ingredients, for example. But I love what you did, where you kind of you made it your own, really, didn't you?
I did. I think because it's part of a series, and the series is all about easily accessible ingredients, easy to put together, and a fair amount of choice. And I think that's important, because that's what people are wanting when they're cooking food at home.
Obviously, you want to make it look pretty as well, but without embellishing it too much.
I think so. I think for me, one of the things I always say is eat the rainbow. So when you present food on a plate, it must have all the colors. And it's not just because we eat with our eyes first, but actually when you're eating food of different colors, you're actually getting different nutrients. But the darker the leaf, you're getting more things. So actually making your food colorful isn't just attractive to the eye, it's really good for your body. So it's a great way to eat.